another edition of Over the Top Rope. It's your boy, JB, the only, Mr. Steal Your Dibs. And on the other side of me, my friend, my partner in crime, my brother, the tantalizing one, tantalizing Tony Levin. What's happening, man?
My brother, hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, the whole schmear.
Yes, sir. I like to start the show off by sending my condolences to the Chadwick Boseman family. As we all heard Friday night that he passed away. He lost the battle to stage 4 colon cancer. Nobody knew that he was fighting this fight. As you know, Chadwick Boseman was the star of 42, which was the Jackie Robinson story, the star of James Brown movie.
Get on
And,
up.
yeah, get on up, correct. And definitely the star of Marvel's Black Panther.
As well as Thurgood Marshall,
Yes, sir.
and he was in the Netflix The Five Bloods. He got one more out, and it's on Netflix today.
What is that called? Do you know?
I'm looking at it right now. I just found out. So I'm gonna put this here because it's big respect to Chadwick Boseman.
Yes.
I'm looking right now for you, everybody. Okay, Jared, keep going, man. I don't want to cut you off.
No, you good. Um, we lost a from what a lot of people have said, man, a good person. We lost a good person. And I was kind of shocked and devastated as many were also, man. That was just some unexpected news. I couldn't believe it. Didn't know, you know, he was in a battle, didn't know. So, you know, my heart goes out to, he and his family members. That was just, like I said, unexpected. Did not see that one coming. You know, a person, that just loved people. Also, was Denzel Washington was one that helped get his career started. Pay for him to go to acting school and all that good stuff. But man, to see Black Panther die, man, that was heartbreaking.
So the movie's called Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Hmm.
It also stars oh my God, what's her name from How to Get Away with Murder, the one from The Help,
What's it? Viola Davis.
Viola Davis. Thank you.
Okay.
Um, Let me tell you the truth, okay? And I don't know if it's because I'm just overly sentimental or because I'm older than a lot of the people that we talk to, or because when you get a little later on in life, your days are numbered. It's just a fact. And I know we joke around a lot on here, and I didn't know Chadwick Boseman, never met him, never shook his hand. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I was on Call of Duty with my clan Friday night, right? And we all play, and we all. The beauty of video games, if people don't know that don't play, it's not just about the games; it's about the community. It's just like here, like some because of geography, because of where we all live. There's no way we could all hang out every day. It's impossible.
Right.
I would love to be in New Orleans every day with you guys, going out, eating, drinking. I'd love to see Ebony every day, but she lives. Everybody lives somewhere else.
Hmm.
And the beauty of a video game community, as such as this, is that you're on your headset, talking to your people about stuff. You talk about your family, girlfriends, babies, the dogs, just life. And it really, especially now in these trying times, what's going on, you need, no matter what people tell you, you need that. You need that escape where you can talk to people. So we're playing Call of Duty and we're kicking ass like we do every night. And my phone got the alert. I pulled my guys out the game. I broke down crying. And let me tell you why. All jokes aside, no tantalizing Tony, Anthony Levin, my government name. when you are a black person, and white people, please don't get offended. It's nothing against anyone. It's just it's we struggle a lot. We struggle. Like you have no idea how much we struggle as black people to just make money and have a life that some people just get it because of the color of their skin and of their circumstances. And that's not nothing against people who have a nice house and who are born into, we're not saying that we're against you. But when Black Panther came out, I took Bobby, and y'all all know my son, and we wore dashikis and crowns. And I put it up on Facebook. People probably saw it. And we were at our local movie theater. It's an IMAX. It's in the hood. And I never in my life saw so many African American people in the movie theater dressed nicely. And if I cried during this, I don't care because we family. I mean, people had on suits and ties and dashikis and crowns and kufis, everything. And after the movie was over, people were just hugging and giving high five. And it's just a movie. But what it represented for me to take my youngest son at the time, take my son Bobby to that movie and let him see all these black people that were not fighting, not arguing, not saying the N word, not saying F you and all this. All positivity, hugs, high fives. It meant something to me. So when this dude passed away on Friday, I felt like I lost a friend because I really felt like that made me and my son closer. And there wasn't and anybody. Listen, let's be honest. Chadwick Boseman was a great actor. Anybody could have played that role. It's the truth that there's an African American, a good actor. But because it was him, and because he did Jackie Robinson, and because he did James Brown, and because he did Thurgood Marshall, and because he did the Five Bloods, and I was in the service, I felt like this was the dude of our generation. Like we got Denzel, we had Sidney Poitier, Denzel, and I felt Chadwick Boseman was the next generation for my son. And now the dude's gone. And I know I'm long winded, but I really want you all to really think about this. And really sit down. I want you guys to do this for me. Everybody close their eyes for 10 seconds. Everybody do it. And listen to my voice. Okay? Chadwick Boseman had stage 3 colon cancer during the filming of Civil War, Black Panther, Infinity War, and Endgame. Now think about that. Stage 3, and then it went to stage 4. So he knew he was going to die. He knew it. Think about that. Really tough. And now today you woke up this morning, and we on here talking about, soon to be talking about wrestling, and we here as friends and family. Don't forget that your days are numbered, no matter how old or young you are, that this life on earth is not forever. Tell the people near you you love them. Tell your enemy you love him too, just to put your own heart at rest so that you're not leaving this earth with no animosity and no bad feelings. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the guy you see here every day joking around, my outside life, I'm a maniac. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm not the nicest guy all the time. I could be much nicer to my family than I am. And we got to remember that life could end like a blip. So be thankful for what you have. So to Chadwick Boseman, I know you didn't know me, bro, and I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm pretty sure you're up there with Stan Lee, and he got his arm around you. My dogs are fighting. Wakanda forever, baby. Thank you, Chadwick.
Well said, Tony. Well said. I couldn't agree with you even more with the words you just said, to be honest with you. And that being said, now we get into the show. We start off with SummerSlam.
Let's go, baby.
All
Let's
right.
turn this pity party around, man. Because he won't want us to be sitting here being sad. But my man gonna be next to me the whole show. If he falls down, we're gonna pick his ass back up.
Pick him back up. SummerSlam. Let's start with the Universal Championship match. As we all predicted that the Fiend would defeat Braun Strowman and regain the Universal Championship. Clap for that. But we didn't see it coming. We didn't see it coming as Roman Reigns interfered after the match, putting a beat down on Braun Strowman and the Fiend, telling Braun Strowman that if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be a monster. Telling the Fiend, you just a person in a mask. Hey, I'm gonna go first. Like I said, the phrase for SummerSlam was "You'll never see it coming," and we did not see this coming in regards to Roman Reigns. I loved it. It's what we've been waiting for years. We get into more of that later on. We get to the SmackDown portion. But man, this Roman came out looking more jacked, mean, just nasty, nasty with it, bruh. And during our watch party, I know my feed was a little bit before everybody else. And when he came in there, I had a napkin in my hand, and I threw it up. I was like, "Oh shit, bruh!" I'm gonna let you go ahead and go, but that was, you know, if we talking about heel turns, you know, can I put it up there with Hogan and the NWO? Not number one, but maybe my top 10. Maybe my top 10 because, man, that was worth. I could watch that over and over again, man. Go ahead.
Yo, so we went to watch party, of course.
Yeah,
And just to segue into that, there will be a watch party today. Immediately after this, I will post the link.
cool.
So it'll be up there. Um, we've been waiting a long time for this, man. Roman as a heel when they were Shield heels, it worked great. Their face turn was organic, which was fine.
Right.
But McMahon shoved them down our throat so much that people started resenting him.
Yes.
Should have turned him heel a long time ago. But all good things come to those who wait. And for some reason, seems like ever since Shane came back, there's been a little bit of a turn in the storylines, a little bit of an elevation of what's going on. Roman coming back heel and giving them the kiboshi, as I call it, on those two jabronis. Listen, man, this is what we waited for. Now, we'll talk about what happened on SmackDown later, of course.
Right.
But if they do this right, Roman could be the biggest heel in all of wrestling of all time if they do it right. Hogan was a big heel, but you gotta realize something. This was really unexpected because we thought it never happened. We thought after Cena never turned heel that they would never do it to Roman. They did. We're not sure if they've done it completely yet. We're not sure. We have to wait till today. Because I got some predictions about that too. But it looks like WWE is getting back in the groove of doing shit right.
Yeah.
Because when this shit happened, we in the watch party, we were like this. What?
Yes. Yes.
It sucked that we were on a delay. Some people were ahead of other people, but nobody really spoiled it for anybody.
Right.
Which was great. My mouth dropped. You saw me. I was like,
yeah.
So kudos to the people with that storyline. And let's go. Today's gonna be great. We ain't gotta wait. Back-to-back pay-per-views. Right, bro. They did this shit right.
I totally agree. So you think Roman could be the biggest heel ever, even bigger than Hollywood Hogan?
Yo, if they do it right, bro.
How? How can they do it right?
Listen, nobody expected Hogan to turn because he's Mr. Red and Yellow and he's Hulkamania running up. But Roman got that that nice guy. Hogan never had a nice guy persona about him. Roman does. He's very articulate when he speaks, very low key. Even when he's mad, believe that he's very calm and monotone.
Yeah.
He could be a real asshole, turn himself into a real asshole, and you'll hate him. Because if when he was in NXT, is what was his name? Laiki, right? I think that was his name, something like that. He used to wear a suit. He was real arrogant. He needs to go back to the arrogance, coming with suits, be a real jerk. I'm telling you, if they do this right, he could not shake any kids' hands, and man, when the shit goes back to fans in the stands, he could be a real jerk, man. Spear a couple women. I mean, whatever you got to do, whatever. I
I'm
think
a,
I think they could do it good, man.
I'm gonna ask one more question before we go to the next topic in regards to Roman coming back. With Roman doing his heel turn, and we still don't really know, but we kind of like, yeah, that's probably where it's going. With people that resented him so much, do you think this gonna bring more fans back to watching it on TV if they heard that Roman went heel, and then we get to the next part later if they heard that part too?
Listen, here's the thing. It all depends on the title change. This is why I'm thinking. Oh, I can't. We're not doing predictions, but ask me that question when we get to the predictions, and I'll.
I
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't
I
want to.
give it
Maybe
away.
some people. We don't know if you guys have seen everything yet, so you could be still go check, see what happened. Go look at your internet. Go into the interweb, like they say.
Mm-hmm.
Go see the results. Go look at quick YouTube videos and catch up, so we don't spoil none of people that haven't seen everything yet. Because not everybody's seen everything.
Gotcha. Also at SummerSlam, Drew McIntyre defeated the Legend Killer Randy Orton with a wrestling move. To say it was a good match, but did we see this coming with Drew winning with a backslide pin? Hmm. I tell you what, man. You know, I thought the belt was coming off of Drew. I thought Randy was getting the belt, but apparently, um, the WWE had different plans still, and Drew won and moved on. What do you think about the match between Randy and Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam?
Shocking on how good the match was. Number one,
Yeah.
because their styles don't work together if you really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it shows the versatility of Randy and what a level Drew's gone up to that he hung in the match. Because Randy's a great wrestler.
Yes.
Not that Drew's not.
Right.
He's more of a power guy, shoulder block, clothesline, kicks, slams, stuff like that. But WWE has a bad habit of not keeping promises.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they didn't break any because we never saw that coming.
Yeah.
We never saw that coming. Back, I was like, back what? It's over? Shit. Shock. And that's what you want in wrestling. Non-predictability and to be shocked. So I thought it was great. I was wrong with the prediction. I don't care that I was wrong. I'm glad I was wrong. I'm glad they kept it on him.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got different ways to go.
Exactly. Exactly. We talk more about that in a little bit. But Drew McIntyre did retain the WWE Championship against Randy Orton, and Drew right now is going on pretty much a long title run as champion. All right. And the last topic for SummerSlam that we're going to get into is the Women's Championship. Yes, Bayley defeated Asuka with the help of Sasha, but Asuka defeated Sasha. And yes, Bayley has done her part to help her friend try to retain the belt, but it wasn't enough. Asuka, your new Raw women's champion, and man, I'm still just sick to my stomach because Sasha has been Raw Women's Champion 5 times. And within 2 weeks or 3 weeks, her first title defense, every time she has lost the belt. I think that is an injustice. I think that's not fair. I think the WWE has done her wrong in that instance. Everybody else has had a title run. I'm about to name some names. Of course, Charlotte. Of course, Bayley. Of course, Becky. Nia Jax had a title run. Naomi has had a title run. Alexa Bliss has had a title run. Why is it that Sasha can't even defend her belt once? Why is that? It sickens me to my stomach that she can't get one title defense at least. But everybody else can do this. And I know they're telling her, Sasha, you're gonna drop the belt today. And I guess she's following protocol, doing what's best for business in their eyes. But man, when Sasha is one of your top 3 women performer on the roster, people buy her merchandise. Her followers on Instagram is crazy. Why is it that she cannot have a title run / defend her belt just one time, defend it and win? Why is that? I think that is just totally messed up in my opinion.
So here's my take on it. Now I say this every time we talk about Sasha. Me and Sasha got a love relationship. We had a little falling out. But they do her. I agree that they have done her dirty in the past. I don't agree with you on this one that they've done her dirty. I think this one was storyline motivated, and I'm gonna tell you why. Bayley made a comment as a joke. She goes, "Yo, dog, you never defended your title."
I'm gonna get to that later. I'm gonna get to that part later.
Okay.
I'll get to that part later. Yeah. I see where you at. Yeah.
I think it's storyline driven.
Uh-huh.
I think it's to create a wedge. I don't think you should get upset right now because I think that Sasha gonna have a long title run with another title.
Well, I'm speaking about my thoughts that came from Sunday.
Right, of course.
Okay, yeah.
But it did shock you as well because we figured she was gonna hold it.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
And Bayley not taking the bump like Sasha did for her, moving. When Bayley moved out of the way. Somebody's friendship is not as thick as somebody thinks it is.
Yeah.
So don't get frustrated, Jared. I think big things on the horizon for him. But yeah, it was a shock. But they did their job because people like you and me, who really want Sasha to have a run, they pulled the rug out from under us again.
Yeah.
We say, okay, not this time. It's the 5th time they've done it.
Yes.
The first time's not a big deal. Second time is a fluke. Third time, okay. So 5th time they've done it, you didn't see it coming. You didn't see it coming.
I didn't.
They doing their job. That was the whole show was you'll never see it coming. You didn't see it coming.
I didn't. That's true. You are right. Frank says he feels like they are going somewhere with this title defense gimmick. Maybe she goes into Mania as champion and successfully defended against Charlotte and Becky. Maybe. We'll see. We shall see.
Could even be a 4 horsewomen match. And Sasha wins that and beats all the horsewomen. Listen, that erases everything. You beat all 3. You beat all 3 horsewomen, right?
Yeah, you beat them. You beat them all. Shit.
Come on.
That'd be like the one takeover match they had that Sasha beat them all.
And then do it in an elimination match. Have her pin or tap out all 3 of them.
Yeah,
it can happen, bro.
You can.
I think they're big on Sasha. I think that her time away, she came back more mature.
Mm-hmm.
And if you notice, they've really been running with these 2.
Yeah.
Sasha's facial expressions when she sees Billy with the belt.
2 belts, yeah.
And she tries not to roll it out. I think it's perfect, bro.
I agree with you. Y'all know how much I love Sasha. Just
I'm mad because the shirts.
Bruh, I have my shirt. It's right here, as a matter of fact, and it's still in the package. I didn't open it. But yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I was telling Trohan, I said, bruh, they just put them shirts out. That'd be a waste. A total waste.
They might not have made that many though, because they knew what they were doing. They might only made like 50,000. You know what I'm saying? They might not even made that many,
Yeah.
So They
Good
know how
point.
many people buy, and who her fans are. They got a target. So they probably say, let's make 10,000, and whatever. It ain't that expensive. It probably costs $3 to make. So
Yeah, probably so. You're probably right on that one. Let's get into NXT Takeover 30. All right. So, first topic: Karrion Kross versus Keith Lee. We went back and forth about, me. I said I think Keith Lee's gonna win some type of way, DQ or something, a count out or whatever, and then the next takeover he lose to Karrion Kross. You said that the way they are promoting Karrion Kross is going to win. In that case, you were exactly right. Two big guys, to me, put on a good match. It was a great match. Um, Karrion Kross did the Doomsday from the top rope onto Keith Lee and got the win. Became your new NXT champion. Um, we'll get into the rest later on in a little bit. But in regards to this matchup, I felt that Keith Lee, I already said it, should have won and lose the next time. But obviously they had other big plans that we're going to get into. Other big plans that my friend on the other side called, that he saw into the future.
3 months ago,
Yes. But in regards to this match that I did like, what did you think about it?
being that I was correct,
Yeah.
I love the match because it made me right. But I thought it was a great match. They told a good story. I liked the way Karrion Kross non-sold some things. I liked that when Keith Lee was giving him the kiboshi, Karrion Kross was very impressed by his strength and everything. I
Yeah.
think it was a great story. It sucks what happened, but um, I think they did it. I think that no one looks weak. Either they both come off strong,
Hmm.
and Karrion Kross comes off strong as well because we'll go into that later, I guess, too, right?
Yeah.
Um, I think that everything, worked out the way it's supposed to. That's all I can say. I mean, what else can I say? I was perfectly on point, exactly to the day and everything. I even said, everybody, oh, no, no, he's. Listen, just keep. Next topic, just go. No,
next
just
next
go.
topic as we get into the next one. Adam Cole versus
Baby!
Pat versus Pat McAfee. You know, we sit here just like we talked about. We hope Dominic and Seth had a good match at SummerSlam, which they did. Dominic did look good for his first match. Got to give Dominic credit. And we kind of said the same thing about Pat McAfee. Man, I hope he gets in there and puts on a good show. Bruh,
Shocking.
you talk about shocking.
Shocking.
Oh my goodness. I want to see him in the ring again. I'm serious. Because, when you when you see celebrities in the ring, we don't expect them to grasp the concept of telling a story and the moves and all that like instantly. I don't know how long he trained for this match or whatever, but it looked like he was in the ring for years. The stuff that he did, and then how he ran and jumped on that top rope, it did that suplex, and before that, to do the backflip off the top rope when Adam Cole pushed him and everything, and landed and like, yeah, bro, he had, you want to grasp the audience attention, and I swear to God, if there was an audience there, he would have gotten the job done like a professional wrestler. I had to give all the credit to Pat McAfee because I wasn't expecting him to put on a show like he did. But great match. I think we all said Adam Cole would win that match. I believe. I think. I know I did. But we know Adam Cole is great in the ring. We know that. But man, you have to give so much credit to Pat McAfee.
What else can I say? We all were right with predictions because we figured they couldn't, do that to Adam Cole.
Right?
But the kind of match they had, if Pat McAfee had won, I don't think we would have been too upset because he definitely they must. There's the thing. Wrestling's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
You can do a couple basic things and get away and be carried in a tag match, not a singles match. You can't get carried in a singles match with no experience
Mm-hmm.
because you got to take the bumps and you got to take the calls. You got to know what the calls are,
Yeah.
regardless if you call it in the back or if you call it in the ring. Pat McAfee impressed me, and it takes a lot to impress me because I'm like, my thing is, I hate seeing celebrities in the ring because then to me, they're taking a spot of somebody in the locker room who deserves it better.
Yeah.
But they told a story from the Pat McAfee show, and this must have been in the works for 6 months. It had to be. And they kept it under wraps. It goes to show you the dedication that Triple H has to NXT brand.
Mm-hmm.
Playing the storyline so far ahead because they knew that Keith Lee was going to eventually win the title from Adam Cole, and Adam Cole was going to be salty about it. And he'd go on a show because, of course, they booked their press tours. This stuff's booked months and months in advance.
Yes.
So they knew this was going to go down. So they orchestrated it well. Pat McAfee been in the ring at least 6 months. He'd been in that performance center at least 6 months. There's no way he got in there in 3 weeks and did what he did. So they worked with him, and they worked on his strengths. They hit his weaknesses, and the guy put on a show. And it sucks there were no fans in that arena because they'd have been like, "This is wrestling." The holy shit, everything.
Yeah.
This is awesome. The whole deal. Because Pat McAfee, I was shocked. Shocked. When he took the header off the top onto everybody, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So
let me ask this question before we move into Monday Night Raw. A story came out and said that Adam Cole and Pat McAfee did not have any type of practice at all before the match. Do you think that was possible?
yeah, I do.
Okay.
Because if he was in the ring prior to this, and Pat McAfee is a wrestling fan, this much
Mm-hmm.
we do know. So he knows all of Adam Cole's moves. See, the beauty of when you're a fan of wrestling, if somebody told me right now you're going to wrestle Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, I know what he does. So I know what he's going to. I know he's going to ask me to do.
Yeah.
I know that I'm going to. I know I'm getting the arm dragged because Ricky Steamboat loves arm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know a wrestler, you know the moveset. Like I would love to say you're going to fight. You're going to wrestle Hulk Hogan. He got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, clothesline in the corner, punch, 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 10 count punch. You know what I'm saying? So you know, if you're a wrestling fan, you know. So I think being that Pat McAfee, number one's an athlete because I don't care what anybody says. If you're in the NFL, you're an athlete, whether you're a punter or a kicker or special teams, because you still got to put that gear on and your life is still in danger. I don't hear it.
Yeah.
So he's an athlete, he's a wrestling fan, and he's a student of the game. So you got that combination, and you got somebody like Adam Cole in the ring,
Uh-huh.
who's a ring master.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Not to mention you have great trainers at the Performance Center.
Oh yeah, right.
Those guys are great. I mean, you know, Sean worked with him.
Oh yeah.
Shawn Michaels is the head. Regardless, he might not have the light thing of a head trainer, but who is a better wrestler than Shawn Michaels?
Correct.
Come on, man. Shawn Michaels is at the Performance Center. Anybody under his tutelage is going to naturally get better just standing next to him because the knowledge he tells you in your ear gets into your brain, and your brain makes your legs work. So he's being taught by. That's like one of us going to talk to Barack Obama.
Yeah.
He's automatically smarter just for talking to him for a day.
Yeah.
So
correct. Yes, indeed. Totally agree with you. So, all that said, we go to Monday Night Raw. And we'll start off with Drew McIntyre giving a promo speech saying, if you want another match, Randy, come and get it. Something like that, he says. But right after that promo speech, Drew caught a beatdown of a lifetime. He got punted twice.
The Kabashi.
Kabashi. But then we had the debut of Keith Lee. Brand new gear, clean shaven Keith Lee. Keith Lee came out later on to confront Randy Orton. Challenged Randy to a match. Randy accepted. They have the match later on. Drew McIntyre comes out, gets Keith Lee disqualified, which I hated. I hate it. I'll get into that in a second. Gives Randy a beatdown, goes to the back, does an interview. Randy returns another beatdown and punched Drew in the head for the third time.
Kabashi.
Kabashi. So, rumor had it that Drew is really hurt. Don't know. I guess we'll find more about that tonight on Payback. But Keith Lee will take on Randy Orton tonight. With all that being said,